Hey guys, what's up? I'm here to give you guys a recap on the new episode of Shaman King 2021, which is on episode 9. Now, this episode right here was actually pretty nice, phenomenal in a certain way, and it looks like to me we get to know a little bit more about Ren, So if anything else, let's just get this started. We have to it that we get to know about Ren's father, of how messed up he is. He was petting a baby panda and he ends up killing it with his own bare hands or something, talking to Ren's older sister, I forgot her name whatsoever, but whatever the case may be, that all I know is he tells Ren's older sister to choose whatever you think is gonna be fitting for you and eliminate anyone who gets in Ren's way, that kind of thing. But as the episode progresses on, we have to it that Ren's older sister tells her father and Ren's father well, I'm gonna tell you the truth. There's no way Ren's gonna win against Asakura Yo that easily, or he may end up losing at all. He actually might end up losing, We get to know more down the line why she thinks that, Then we get to see the scene, where Asakura Yo and Ren begin their fight afterwards, after 7 to 8 minutes whatsoever, and it looks like to me Ren seems to have a big advantage over Yo in terms of experience of using his spirit energy in oversoul mode, that kind of thing, and we have to it that even though Asakura Yo, it looks like to me he gets a little put into a certain disadvantage, in terms of can only defend and just keeps an eye on things. When Ren went over soul mode and summons Bashan to help him out, it looks like to me, like I said, Ren has the upper hand here. However, Asakura Yo, he seems to be so calm and confident, and tries not to be reckless with his attack. Because if you guys remember correctly, Yo lost his match against Faust when Faust got him riled up and got him into a situation where he ends up using his spirit energy whatsoever, etc. But, Yo, when he remembers when he went through a training regimen in a cave or something that he went away for 7 days and 7 nights whatsoever, we get to know that he realized that he has to be himself and not lose himself, etc. And he ends up having to stay calm and ends up actually blocking some of Ren's attacks. And even though when it comes to Ren's oversoul of summoning Basan, we have to it that eventually Asakura Yo ends up making attacks on the oversoul that seems like it's starting to fail or crumble away, which is really scary, honestly. But it's because when Silver was actually overseeing or overlooking Yo and Ren's fight, he realizes that Yo is not having any fault, is not faltering at all. His heart is in the right place where it's not oh, I'm gonna lose, or it's not having any doubt. While compared to Ren, even though Ren's advantage was that his Fuyuku and his will was very strong at the beginning. However, his heart is starting to falter, and no matter how much spirit energy or Fuyuku you put into it, if you start to have doubts or you falter a bit, you're gonna freaking lose, And we have to it that Ren remembers all the times of how he was grown up to be a guy to destroy things with brute force, And we get to know, and that is what Ren's all about, using brute force to win, which is kind of ironic because that's how some people are nowadays when it comes to playing games here and there, using pure brute force in certain video games to win it all, blow them up, send in the freaking Banshee or something, But Ren, on the other hand, summons his trump card with his horse whatsoever, and Bashan is there with him, etc. to get the big advantage over Ren. And this time, this is something that Asakura Yo cannot seem to dodge at all, that kind of thing. And we get to know during this final exchange of blows, Yo only has 90 Fuyuku units, Fuyuko or spirit energy left, while Ren has 150. And this is where it's gonna have a decision of all. And this is where Ren's older sister talks to her father, or Ren's father, Asakura Yo has something that no one else has, you know? While Ren's all about destroying things with brute force, Asakura Yo seems like this calm, warm, good guy that doesn't seem to lose track of what he is, you know? And that's the reason why Ren will lose. We see too that Asakura Yo, he knows he cannot dodge Ren's attack this time, you know? Like I said, Ren went into another oversoul power mode whatsoever with his horse, and we have to it that they finally end up making an exchange of blows, but unfortunately, Ren realizes that when he met Asakura Yo, he knew like he could never beat the guy, because when he first time clashed or fought him in a simple sparring match, Asakura Yo was like wind and water. I thought I could just brute force my way through everything, but unfortunately, you can't use brute force against wind and water, which is somewhat true, which is kind of true, honestly. You're facing two types of nature of wind and water that you can't seem to touch at all, you know? Well, you could touch water, but you can't beat it with just brute force. It will just, like, drag you down, eventually you drown in it. As for wind, you can block it, but you can't avoid it or something, I guess. It's like Ren says, like, he's like, that Asakura Yo is like wind and water and admits that it's his loss whatsoever. And I see Ren seem to develop that way and understood that. But we get to see a funny scene where Yo's like, I got bad news. I just ran out of spirit energy or Fuyuku as well. So, what am I gonna do? Ana's really gonna kill me if I come back with the bad news if I lost. Come on, man, help me out here. And Ren's like, are you effing serious? What the hell's wrong with you? And Asakura's like, what do you mean what's wrong with me? What's wrong with you? You stop acting cool and all that, etc. And Ren's like, what did you just say? And then we have to it that, like, that both ended in a draw as Silver says it. And we get to see, like, Silva's boss says, well, both of you guys ended in a draw, you know? Even though Asakura Yo has 1 win and 1 loss and 1 draw, Ren has 1 win and 1 draw. So, how about this? Both of you guys are going to the Shaman King tournament. That's about it, you know? You guys show promising futures as potential fighters in the Shaman fight. So, yeah, both of you guys are going, you know? And it was kind of funny to see Ren and Yo arguing like they're friends, you know? But I really hope, like, they do get along, even though they have opposite views and different goals in mind. But I really look forward to see how that goes exactly, you know? But we'll see. And we have to it that, like I said, Ren and Yo ended in a draw, but the Silva's leader says, I'll tell you what, both of you guys are going since it ended in a draw, and you guys have great potential as fighters for the Shaman King seat. So let's get the great ceremony rolling, you know? And preview the next episode is called Night in the Flame whatsoever. Anyways, simple episode. If I were to explain it without a lot of detail, it's like Ren and Yo's fight, and they both ended in the draw. Even Ren looks at Asakura Yo saying that he's like wind and water, something that he can't even really beat, you know. So yeah. Anyways, looking forward to the next episode. So until then, I'm Alpha Zitto. Have a good day, and I'll see you guys next time. All right, peace out. Bye bye. Toot toot.